para jumbles. Okay, this was a must attempted questions. Okay, so when I was doing the para jumbles with you, okay, then also I told you there and then that there will be some para jumbles which are kind of a gives you 3 marks easily. Okay, so don't just skip this topic, keeping into the consideration that it is para jumbles, it is tricky. Okay, so again, let's get into the mode of looking for the opening sentence. Okay, which of the sentence could be the opening sentence? Its detractors have viewed it. Okay, it cannot be my opening sentence. Okay, the English word opera is an abbreviation of the Italian phrase opera in musica and denotes a theatrical work consisting of a dramatic text set to music stage with scenery, costumes, and dancers. Okay, now this looks like a probable starter. Okay, because one way it is actually telling me that what opera means. Okay, so I can say that this could be a probable starter. Okay, supporters, however, have seen it. Okay, however, okay, so anyhow, this cannot, three cannot be my opening sentence. Okay, a complex, costly variety of musico-dramatic entertainment, opera has attracted both supporters and detractors in its history and sometimes been the target of intense criticism. Okay, so I know that in case if I have to pick up from the option number 2 and 4 to be the opening sentence, I know that the statement number 2 is a better version. Okay, because it is still a very raw. Okay, it is a kind of an independent sentence. Okay, it is kind of introducing me to the theme, like what opera is actually. Okay, this is further describing the opera further. Okay, so that is the reason that I'm pretty sure that the opening sentence of this particular para jumble is 2. Okay, now let's look for the links. Okay, now can you see its detractors have viewed. Okay, so one way is that the detractors is actually your critics. Okay, so its detractors have viewed it as an artificial and irrational art form that defines dramatic verisimilitude. Okay, so verisimilitude is, you can say, having some elements of truth in it. Okay, so don't get disheartened because of the difficult words detractor, irrational, verisimilitude. Okay, this paragraphs is easy. Okay, easy because of the connectors. Okay, so now have viewed it as an artificial and irrational form for critics. Okay, supporters, however, okay, have seen it as. Okay, so one thing is pretty sure that 1 will gonna come before 3. Okay, so 2 is the opening start. Okay, and then 1 will gonna come before 3. The reason, its critics have viewed it as an artificial and irrational art form that defines dramatic verisimilitude. Supporters, however, okay, now I'm changing the ideas. Okay, however is a contrast word. Okay, so I'm changing the idea from what critics feel and what supporters feel. Both are opposite. Okay, so supporters, however, have seen it as more than a sum of its part, with the music intensifying the lyrics and action to create a greater emotional impact than either music or drama alone can. Okay, now the problem is where to put 4. Okay, a complex, costly variety of musico-dramatic entertainment, opera has attracted both supporters and detractors in its history and sometimes been the target of intense criticism. Okay, now 2, 4, 1, 3 is actually the correct sequence. Okay, why it is the correct sequence? We know 2 is the opening sentence, then the 4 will come. Okay, why 4 will come? Because first of all, it is giving me, it is describing opera further. Okay, so this 2 was describing opera, what opera means, and the 4 is actually describing further. So one link, okay, that 2 or 4 needs to be placed together. The second is that it will going to tell me, okay, that in the coming sentences, I will going to talk it from the 2 point of view. Okay, attracted both supporters and detractors and sometimes been the target of intense criticism. Okay, and that criticism is actually highlighted in 1. Okay, so that is the reason that the 2, 4, 1, 3 is the sequence. Okay, and easy to do questions. Okay, I think so that you would have come up with a correct jumble sequence of this particular passage. Okay.